Alrighty. Well, that was our new intro. How do I get that? I can hide that. There we go. That was our new intro to the Planet Earth show with me, your host, Chuck Whelan, and my good friend, Mr. Dale Sipperley. Well, I used to call him my Facebook friend because Facebook suggested, I met him in real life.
Good idea, kids.
And then Facebook seems to be suggesting, because I kept liking his posts and he seemed to like my posts. And I thought, well, Facebook seems to think I should be friends with this guy. So here we are.
Yeah.
Testing that theory.
Yeah. If you were a chick, you'd be married by now.
But we got out and about. Last week we were at Fan Expo. That was a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody who came and joined us at Fan Expo. I didn't hear anybody saying that they were sort of overwhelmed with sales, but I had some very good quality sales and some really good people come up to me and show nice interest in the work. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. I wanted to put my stuff out there last year at Fan Expo, and I got sick with the COVID, and I couldn't go. And now here I am, back again with lots of things to do. I've got Goodman Games work to do. I've got Pufel. I should have had a new Pufel done by today. I haven't got it done. I had to write Tina's Wish song, so I did that. I've written it, and now this week. It should be just really a picture of Tina in the bar, so I should work on that. But all right, I've also signed up to do Art Battle again. Is my producer here? You should be putting these things up on the screen when I say so. December 18th. Can we have a memo up on the screen, producer? Say December 18th.
While the producer is getting the memo up, one of our favorite viewers, Amber Greenlee, is saying, "Ha! I was here before you were this morning."
Thank you, Amber. We really appreciate you being here, Amber. Thank you. Amber's really, part of the show. And Amber asked me to do Philo again on January 4th, but I couldn't do that date. But I would love to do the date in January.
Hey, Sam.
Okay, now you can hear me.
Oh, God.
Hi, yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, put a note up. Art Battle, December 18th at Great Northern on Utah Street in San Francisco. It's easy parking. You just have to pay to go in. It's cheaper if you buy a ticket early. And it's
what day is it?
There's a taco stand in there, and you go around. You look at the art. There's 3 rounds of art. Each round painting is about 20 minutes exactly. You have 20 minutes. Go up on stage. Got to paint a picture using, brushes and acrylics. Really, they give you a canvas. I think one thing I learned is that they give you free paint. So you got to take gobs of paint and smack it on there. Tatiana, who won, she does very nice art. Everybody's a great artist. I know her technique when she really made a show. Like Dale was telling me, she got out her bits of her bottles of paint and was squirting them onto the canvas, squirting them around multicolored colors, super day glow colors, and then she was getting out a piece of packing paper, a tension sheet.
Bubble wrap.
And
here in the US, we call it bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap. Yes, here we go. That's what we call it. Bubble wrap. My friend called the other stuff ghost poo, which I like. Not ghost poo, but bubble wrap. Bubble wrap, and she was wiping that all over. So I was like, oh yeah, I definitely wasn't doing. It turned out that basically everything. So if you go back and watch all those Art Battle shows, you'll see that we did on this show. You'll see that basically Dale's right about everything. And, I sort of know that. I just like to argue the other side because I just like to be difficult. I just want to be sure.
Well, no, part of Art Battle is it's a performance, and the artist needs to perform. And Amber's also chiming, saying, "Yay, Art Battle!" And it's performance art.
Yes. Yeah, so I think I've understood that better now. Is that better? I feel like a bit overlit. People want to be the rest of the day working out the lighting in the studio because I need actually I did figure out if I take a big cardboard sheet like this is like tricks of the movies. And I put it up here. Wait, I'm going to get it in just the right place. So wait, why is it not working? Wait. Well, that's not working anymore now. I'm really confused. Oh, well, I've got to have it here now.
Yes, hold it up the entire show.
That's what I need. If I put it up there, that seems to stop that beam that's coming up from above. Wait,
You need the exercise.
it's going to make the other light fall down if I do that. Okay, I don't understand any of this. Yeah, so I'd have to hang it up here, like as a sort of buffer.
A
I
shade.
don't know why this light seems stronger than ever right now.
Amber,
I'm trying to do too many things at once. That's the problem. I'm not sure, and I'm disabled, and it's difficult for me.
Amber is like pointing out to us, this is why we do tech check, gentlemen. This is from our friend who, when she does her podcast, there's screaming child in the background.
Oh, that's just authentic, real world flavor.
I've never seen her husband, or I've seen the child, although she could have hired the child. Amber's going to kick my ass. I forgot the name of her daughter.
Annabelle.
That's right.
Be announcing people's children over there.
I'm lucky I remember
everyone's friends here. All right, wait. Okay, what am I starting with? I brought in my.
I'm sorry, Amber.
Paper. What do people want to see me do?
I should not forget Annabelle's name. Did you want to warm up do some?
Draw Debbie Moore from The Substance, because I watched that movie last night. All right, okay, hang on. Give me a moment. I'll leave you with Dale while I.
Oh, God help you. Oh, so now you have to go to the other room to get art supplies like every single show we have? Because you're completely
I brought in
disorganized.
pen and paper, but now I realize I want a different piece of paper.
Oh, God help me. Hey, Amber. Yes, Amber can't control the screaming child. You guys can control how much light comes into the lens. No, that's up to Chuck. Having art supplies there is something you can control. I'm convinced he leaves them in the other room just to annoy me at this point, Amber. Let's do some. I don't know if I have any show and tell from Fan Expo. For those of you who weren't in San Francisco last weekend, Friday through Sunday at, I think it's Moscone West, was the Fan Expo. The Fan Expo was like a multi-genre comic book convention. There were artists like Bill Morrison was there. Chuck was there. I
was there with I had a double seat.
You had 2 tables.
I've got so much crap. It doesn't really matter. Like each table, like I've got. I mean, I've got a Pewful table, and an Urfsearch table, and a games table, and an Urfspace table, and an Instagirls table. Really, they're all crammed into 2 tables.
Yeah,
what I really need is like a sort of more like.
You had 2 tables.
Me and my past selves. I need to get them. I need to be like Doctor Who, where they all travel to the same.
It's funny because you were just complaining about how you feel like you're doing too much at once.
Yes. No, I am. I'm doing too much. I've got like all these different things, and I'm sort of still doing all of them. I haven't really stopped.
You had 2 tables.
I need to have my different time cells all come in the same time, and then we can operate. Or I could try I don't know, having employees. That's like a lot of responsibility.
Well, you had 2 tables. You had an end cap, which meant that there was a lot of traffic around your table. The thing is, you look like an old English punk, and you were selling these nice little children's books. You really need to be like wearing a sweater and doing the whole Mr. Rogers thing.
That's what I'm talking about. Needing my time selves. I need my one self to be that, and then I need another self to be the other. I don't know. I'm just whatever I'm doing at the time is sort of what I'm doing. I mean, that's the complicated bit. Yeah. I haven't really figured it out. I've never figured it out. I never know what I'm doing. I just make it, and then And I don't know. I don't really know what to do with
You
it.
just kind of
So
show up.
I should show it around, but the more time you spend showing it around, the less make stuff you make. For me,
Right, you gotta
it's
show
very
it.
difficult.
You gotta show it, otherwise people don't know you're there. And
Yeah, otherwise, people don't know you exist. Yeah, I know. It's yeah.
Amber
All right, I got
is
some nice people who found out I
Amber's
exist.
in support of your punkiness.
Thank you. I
And
feel like actually I quite like this hair. So at the moment, it was funny that
I like your
Kelly, who
haircut
was here
too.
the
I
other
like
day-
it. I like it when it's a little bit shorter, like the faux hawk.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I had it. I had it a bit silly for the show, but I know it doesn't really look that good. So I don't know. But I'm a bit. All right. I'm Year of the Rooster. Which let's see if we can guess Dale, because I know Sam is the Year of the Horse, and Tina is the Year of the Tiger, and I think those are all quite good analogies.
let me look it up.
Let's try and guess. So we go. He could be okay. He could be. There's a rat. That's not bad. I had a pet rat. You see, he might fall into that category.
I think Dale could surprise us and be. I was going to say dragon too.
Yeah, a mighty dragon. Let's see, a bunny. I'm probably not a bunny. I don't. What other ones are the snake? I don't know. They've all got good and bad qualities, but they did come in a race. There's definitely a winner. Like they have a winner and a loser.
I can. Do you want to guess? Do you want to know?
I'm still guessing. I'm gonna go. Wait, there's what other ones are there? There's the pig, monkey, monkey,
And it's Ohio's here.
Ohio.
Pronounce it.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know how we're saying it. We're saying Ohio.
Okay, Chuck, I'll give you a hint.
We're trying to guess Ohio. We're trying to guess what sign Dale is.
Chinese zodiac.
In the Chinese horoscope. A Muppet. Wait, you're doing the green dragon. You'll traumatize Sam.
No.
Sam, don't look at Dale's hand. It's like a naked green dragon.
It's green
Sam,
lizard.
Sam as a kid was traumatized by.
It's green lizard, not green dragon. I think
green lizard. Yeah, in the Baby Einstein videos, they'd had a green lizard, and it would sort of come on like that. It would go,
Ohio guessed it. Ohio guessed it.
Did it? Oh, what is it? Snake?
Yeah.
You are a snake, Dale.
Yes.
That just bumped the cannibal percentage up on my little table of D100 of things that Dale might not be telling me.
Okay.
I've got 00. I'm a cannibal, but that just went up to 99 to 00. I'm a cannibal.
Okay. According to an AI overview, people born in the year of the snake are wise and deep thinkers, ambitious, serene on the outside, but on guard on the inside, skeptical and trust their own instincts, possessive and demanding, fast learners and tenacious, graceful and sophisticated. I am none of those things. And Ohio's a snake too. Woo! Yo, go house.
Wow, okay. Well, here's to the snakes. I'm a rooster. I don't think roosters, we don't worry too much about snakes. We grab them in our talons and fly up in the sky and peck at them.
Fly.
You can hop.
Or we hop on the tiger's back and pecks it. It does what we... or the horse's back. And the horse comes galloping along with a bunch of other horses, and they come galloping through the house like herd of Mustang.
Well, so what are you going to do this morning, Chuck? Are you going to warm up?
Yes. So last night we saw a very interesting new movie that I quite liked a lot. I don't know who saw it. It was called The Substance with Demi Moore.
Is this where
I've always liked Demi Moore since, actually, you know what? My buddy Kevin, my good friend Kev back in England, he really had a hots for Demi Moore after we saw Blame It on Rio, which we loved that movie as teenagers. But now I realize it's a movie about some guy trying to get off with his friend's daughters.
That is one of Michael Caine's greatest movies. It's actually a remake of a French movie.
That makes sense. That, like, in a French, they probably think that's okay. It's one of those movies where you're like, I feel like somebody made this movie to say, what about in this circumstance? Would it be okay in this circumstance? There are a lot of movies that seem to be like that, especially from around the 70s and 80s. But
it was Michael Caine at his finest. And all
It
mankind
was
says,
funny. I mean,
"Whoa,
as a
good morning,
teenager,
all
I thought it was like
mankind."
it was funny. It was a funny sort of comedy where you were like, you know, trying to get off with girls, all right? But anyway, Demi Moore was in that, and she was very good. She was sort of aloof. She came off quite well. She was a bit above. She was the one who reminded everybody that what was going on was disgusting. And then she did some other good things throughout her career, such as well, Ghost, I suppose, was a big hit. G.I. Jane, I remember she got like paid sort of $20 million to be G.I. Jane, and then she did Striptease. And so she was a big bankable movie star. And then she had kind of a crazy sort of personal life with being married to Bruce Willis. She had sort of celebrity relationships. So we don't know whether Demi or Demi Moore, I'm not sure how we're saying it these days. She sort of seems to change her mind on that. But she was, this movie, I have to say, was pretty amazing. I don't know, did anybody see it?
No.
I mean, talk about like a comeback.
All I watch is Zardoz and Avengers reruns in Space 1999.
You might want to add this to your list. It was that good.
Horror?
It's a sort of it could fall into the category of a sort of movie that, you know, it was very original. I think
the genre?
I think it was quite feminist, although I think Demi Moore often can be she's quite provocative again. Look, and the other thing that she did that she reminded us in the movie was when she was showed herself pregnant, like naked.
Oh yeah,
and pregnant. She topped that by far. She topped most horror films I've seen in a long time in grossness. She had it go completely wacko at the end, like beyond Zardoz wacko.
So this is a horror movie.
It's a horror movie. It's definitely dream. There's a lot of dream imagery. There's like sort of crawling, going into like a space, like where you have to go under and you go into a space, and like all these weird architectural spaces, and a bit where teeth are falling out. You know, there's like, you know, it's body horror. I mean, absolutely definition of body horror. I mean, a really good body horror. I mean, I think I'd say it defines the body horror genre.
Okay. Are we talking CGI body horror, or are we talking makeup effects body horror?
It's way more makeup effects. I'm sure there's CGI to polish things up, but there's way more makeup effects.
Okay, then I might take.
And her own body. I mean, it's almost like, you know, I mean, from an artist's point of view, I mean, she's like showing us like her body, but she's showing us like the female body in like all forms, including like horrific. You know, I mean, it's quite very interesting what she does.
Is it R? Is there nudity?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Tasteful. Artist level, like, and the way that you would look at a body and light a body and photograph a body.
So tasteful.
It's not like untasteful.
And the young other her that comes out, you know, which is very interesting. I mean, it's like references things like How to Get Ahead in Advertising is definitely in there. Like Kubrick's in there. The Elephant Man is definitely in there. There's some things that are very definitely in there. It's like these young directors, they kind of put things, a lot of references into like older things very subtly.
Okay. So if I've seen a lot of body horror, I'll recognize things being plagiarized or
which
tributes.
Well, you definitely recognize Altered States.
All right.
So when you say tasteful nudity, it's like as opposed to the untasteful nudity that's in most other horror movies.
I would say it's more like, you know, this is being like a body being photographed in an artistic way. So there's nudity, but there's absolutely, I can't even say there's something so gross that's like the most gross thing ever.
Okay, so catching up with Amber.
The most gross thing ever, and it involves a boob. That's all.
Amber was saying hello to all mankind. She says that this new Demi Moore movie, is on her list. She hasn't watched
Amber, I would really love to know your opinion.
She says Demi Moore started out on All My Children, the soap opera, and Amber pointed out that I should be using the word homage rather than plagiarism. Homage, for those of you who don't know, that's a French cheese.
I actually did not know that was cheese. I only knew it of like the word.
Don't listen to me, Sam.
Don't listen to the lying snake.
Oh, is it not? Am I being gullible?
Fromage is cheese.
Oh, I've heard of fromage.
Yeah, it's
Homages are
homage.
cheesy. Homages can be cheesy. I would say.
Oh,
I
I
don't know,
see.
this
I
movie. I
see.
mean, it was definitely art. It was definitely making a statement. It was definitely more Demi Moore having a laugh, and really quite a fine comeback. So yeah, it's definitely. I'd say it's a must see movie, but only if you've got a weak stomach, you're not going to be able to stick through to the end.
So you're saying that? Well, how's it compared to other body horror movies like The Thing, for example?
The Thing.
John Carpenter's.
I mean, it's got elements of John Carpenter, the effects in The Thing. Yes.
Okay. I think The Thing is still the high bar to meet for body horror. I mean,
I think you would. This one would fit in your categories, Dale. I do. I think you'd just be because you'd be so like your eyes would be popping out of your head.
okay, All Mankind made a really good joke. I thought homage was a knockoff French cheese. Thank you, All Mankind. We're definitely going to steal that one.
Oh wait, I had a suggestion for what you should draw. By the way, you should draw Pufel characters like acting out a scene in The Substance.
No.
No. Okay.
I'm going to draw a nice Demi Moore. I'm going to do a nice Demi Moore. There's bits where she's looking really good. I mean, there's bits where she's just showing off her body now, and she's like, you know. But obviously, the character she's playing in the movie is sort of not that good. So she's a little unhappy, you know, even though her body's amazing. You know, it's good.
Now, if I recall correctly, the plot of this movie is she's taken or done something that allows her for a short period of time to become a younger avatar of herself.
Yes. I mean, I don't know how much you like spoilers, but I did hear that people enjoy stories better when they know how they end. But I won't tell you the ending. But the beginning, it's okay. So it's quite dreamlike. So she's been a sort of exercise celebrity, doing sort of exercise and you know, like sort of Jane Fonda, mid-career Jane Fonda sort of thing.
Okay.
And they want to knock her off, but she gets in the car. They go very dreamlike.
We got to stop. Amber's screaming, no spoilers.
Yeah. Okay. No spoilers. Yeah. Okay. I'm just telling you how it begins.
By the way,
I mean, it's just a good sci-fi. It's good horror. In the end, it's it's sort of one of those. It's a work of art.
By the way, Amber, Darth Vader is Luke's father, and what else? The Wizard of Oz.
Don't believe the lying snake.
A guy behind a giant mask.
Darth Vader's a liar. Even if Darth Vader said he was Luke's father, he probably isn't.
And what else?
How about that, Disney? You can steal that.
That's
Disney.
right. He could have lied. And what else? I won't spoil Zardoz for you.
You know what I try to think of in terms of writing these days? I'm like, if I was the dungeon master and I had the big bad evil guy say to the players, "I am your father," and then I turn around and say, "Actually, he wasn't your father and he was just lying." I think that's how you say that. That's bad writing.
All right, I found a nice, fairly straight picture of Jimmy here. I'm going to think how I'm going to do it. All right.
Yeah, I forgot about that Vanity Fair cover when she was pregnant. That was a very famous portrait. I think Anne Leibovitz shot that. Let me double check.
Oh yeah. Oh, she had short hair back then. Yeah. Well, that's actually quite a good one. Wait, listen. It's actually quite a good picture. Right. Annie Leibovitz.
I think it was Annie Leibovitz. I can't remember.
I think that's what it's saying here.
Yeah, it's Annie Leibovitz. How the hell did I remember that? Of course, she's an amazing photographer.
Quality version of it. Like, just Google Images only show you low-res versions of everything now.
But that cover was parodied like crazy.
Yes.
That photo is like the cover of the Herb Albert.
Wait, I think we're missing the art camera.
Oh yeah. Sorry, let me get the art camera on here. That's a good idea. Well, not that I've started drawing anything yet. Extra camera. All right, there we go.
Yeah, Amber's pointing out it was also parodied in the comics industry. I think just the other day I saw, it may have been at the Fan Expo, She-Hulk was parodying that photo.
Ooh, She-Hulk.
Amber's upset with our lack of technical preparedness.
Amber. We can't all be as good as Amber. It's impossible. Can we do it like that? How about that?
Amber's going to have me proofread.
I think it's more of a refusal to wake up earlier on a Saturday than we already are.
Yeah, I mean, give us a break. I mean, we're here. You can just be. Well, I know you're a mum, so you can't be lying in bed. But some of our viewers might be just sort of sitting in bed,
good,
scrolling through Facebook.
Good.
And if you see anything on Facebook, if you're doing that, if you're sitting in bed scrolling on Facebook, and your name is Tina, and you see something interesting, tell us about it so that we can comment on it. So yes, okay. So we saw that movie, and I thought it was great. I think Tina liked it. Hell, liked it. We tried. Well, it was still early. We thought we'll have to sift something else on. They had My Super Ex-Girlfriend, which I hadn't seen, and I knew it was panned when it came out, but I think I'd heard that it was all right from somebody. I was like watching. I was thinking it was all right. It was so. But Tina and Heather got very offended, and especially when the girlfriend started going a bit psycho. They didn't like it at all, and they got up and they went. That's it. We're not watching any more of this crap.
Well, I
life's
remember
too short. They were like, life's too short.
I remember Susie Izzard is in that.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, yeah, Tina loves Susie Izzard.
It's Uma Thurman, and then I can't remember the other female lead.
So again, I think I'd like Amber's opinion on that one too, because I didn't understand it, and I tried to get some explanation about what was so offensive. They wouldn't even say. I mean, I looked online and I saw. Well, yes, there's people that say it's sexist. I mean, maybe that is it, but I mean, they weren't saying, "Oh, it was sexist." I don't know. I'm a bit confused, but anyway, anyone wants to tell us why they don't like My Super Ex-Girlfriend? I couldn't really watch the end of it. It's like when I was reading Moby Dick, I was quite enjoying it, and then somebody said, "Isn't that the most boring book ever written?" And then I couldn't really get back to it after that, even though I had been quite enjoying it.
Amber, in case you have not seen Moby Dick, I recommend the version with
Gregory Peck.
Yeah, Gregory Peck. That is the best.
Bearded women at the beginning. Now, bearded women are coming back in a big way. Women are growing their beards out now.
And Amber, just to spoil the movie for you, Moby Dick kills Captain Ahab and sinks the ship.
Shit. Well, I did watch the movie.
Okay, and Amber is saying, and baby Annabelle screaming in the back bugs the crap out of me. I've asked Ian to do something about it. He keeps dropping the ball. It's kind of a sore point with me because I'm trying to be professional and she screams in the back because he isn't respecting what I'm trying to do.
No, Amber, they respect what you're trying to do. Can I just confirm, Sam, can you just confirm that you're never going to respect what
Amber, I respect what you do. And
Dale will respect what
Dad, when I stop respecting what you do, you'll notice. There'll be a clear difference in the way I think you take a bit for granted how I help you in your things.
Okay. Okay. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that Sam hasn't murdered you in your bed. Tina says,
he's done a lot of good things for me too. I do it out of I respect. The reason I'm doing it is because I respect him. But there's no. I don't want there to be any illusion that I don't.
Sure.
In the old days, you could just go and strangle your kids in the bed, and you say, "Oh, God told me to do it," and they're like, "Oh, yeah, okay."
Well, those days are coming back. That's what most of those My Pillows.
I'm sorry, poor Sam. He gets a lot of abuse. I'm sorry. I've got a dark sense of humor. I have a dark sense of humor, and I have to test people.
Your lovely wife has chimed in saying Anna Faris and Luke Wilson were in it. It was just too ridiculous and silly.
I mean, also,
Yeah.
I have a feeling if it was like late at night, and they might have just been looking for a reason to get up and leave.
But late at night, isn't that when you want to watch some ridiculous, silly movie? Just like you don't have to really pay attention, you can just have a laugh and talk about it. But they're
No,
like, oh no, you can't talk during the movie, but we're not going to sit here and watch it. I mean, why not just have a crappy movie on and talk about something else then?
late at night should be for horror movies, and it's you
All
don't
right,
want
well, we did it the wrong way
to-
around. Well, this
you
isn't
want
looking anything
fun
like to me.
horror.
Just FYI.
The best horror movie you can watch late at night are the old Hammer films, the old Amicus films. You don't want to.
Okay,
you don't really want to watch The Thing.
It's interesting. You're going random with the pen. Yeah, have you usually been doing that?
No, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I don't know. It just doesn't really look. I'll see if I can make it. Right now, it doesn't look anything like to me more. It's probably not going to look much like to me more.
Isn't that your lettering pen?
No. I wouldn't letter with this one. No, this is this is a dippy drawing pen. I mean, this is for drawing. It's like
how appropriate for the artist.
Yeah. All right, this is not going well at all. I don't know. I'm not feeling this.
Are you going to finish it? You're going to try again?
I want to throw it away, but maybe I'll just see what I can do.
All right.
Sometimes it's like that, but sometimes you have to sit with the painting.
Well, whenever you do life drawing or drawing, you have to warm up.
Yeah, and the warming up probably to me, Moore's face is quite a hard thing to warm up on.
And you're also doing contour drawing from a reference. Normally, if you illustrated this, you would underdraw it to work out the proportions and the likeness before you would pull out the pen.
Yeah. No, yeah, this is a sort of exercise where I'm just sort of looking at the paper and trying to and controlling the pen, which is quite of a difficult sort of pen to control in the best of times. But you can also do some funny things with it. So I don't know. You've got to. But
you're doing this because
really,
you like to
I've been doing totally different drawing maps. I've been doing all this digital mappy stuff this week because like the maps, I did a nice outdoor one, but then the indoor ones are really difficult. She's got a big
Amber this week is scanning in old sketchbooks from the past 15 years or so, just the small ones that will fit in my scanner, before I start stitching together the big sketchbooks. This is for Patreon. While I'm listening to you guys. Oh, that's right. I am a member of Amber's Patreon, which I
okay. I should become a member. And
yes.
I'm not very good at doing Patreon. I'm on Patreon. I've got some patrons. Thank you, patrons.
Not only is Amber a talented cartoonist and a wonderful mother, she, that was sexist of me to say. I apologize for that.
No, that's not sexist about saying someone's a mother, is it? I don't know. Saying someone's a wonderful mother.
That was patronizing of me, and I apologize.
I'm a wonderful father. Yeah, no one calls me a wonderful father.
It's because you're not.
Tina does sometimes.
No, Amber also. I like her singing voice, and on Patreon occasionally she has serenaded her supporters, which is quite charming, and I recommend it.
Serenading? How do you serenade your supporters?
With a musical instrument, and she sings.
That would drive my supporters like running for the hills as they hear me singing.
Well, yeah, because you are aware you don't have a great singing voice, so you need to do something else that's not that.
I'm sure that works for him. Yeah, I know.
Well, it's because he's a limey. He sings in metric.
He has the same problem as me, where it's like, no matter what note you try to sing, it all just sounds like baritone, and I don't know. It's just
whatever note.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's just my mom has said something about it. There's just this like timbre in our voices. It's like very like a lot of vibration, and I feel like that causes us to be really bad at singing. But it also causes us to have very distinct and prominent voices. Like, we are always the loudest people in the room, even when we're just talking normally.
Really?
You have
I feel like no one can
Sam,
hear
you
what
have
they say.
inherited a cartoonist's voice.
Yep.
Hey, what did you and your girlfriend think of the Fan Expo?
She thought it was fun. Yeah, she liked it. There's lots of... It's just interesting to
There are lots of fans
see...
there.
Yeah, it's interesting to see, you know, what everybody's getting up to artistically, what people are selling. There's some cool little trinkets she got. It was fun to look at the cosplay, and
yeah, they were good cosplays.
I don't know. I like the. I think anybody can really get some sort of enjoyment out of those conventions.
It wasn't a ton of people. He said there was, like, I spoke to Alex. He told me in truth it was about 28,000 people.
Did he expect that much or more?
He said that they have, like, their other ones that they do, and he runs a bunch of them. He doesn't run all of them, but he runs quite a few of them, like 7 or 8, I think he said.
In different cities?
In different cities. And he said some of them were there like 130,000.
Really?
So it's still small in San Francisco.
You know, that doesn't make any sense to me because San Francisco used to support Ape. It used to support Ape, and it used to support WonderCon, and WonderCon was a monster.
I miss WonderCon. That was like the first con I ever went to.
Yeah, and that's probably...
Yeah, that used to be a nice con. That was a good con down in the main bit, but the Moscone Center was sort of like they couldn't make money at it, or they wouldn't. It wasn't that they couldn't make money; it's that the Moscone Center wouldn't let them book it far enough in advance because they would say we were holding out in case someone with more money comes along.
What I was told by multiple sources is that the hotels and the businesses surrounding the Moscone complained because that weekend was a dead weekend for them. The fans were commuting in from their homes in the Bay Area.
Yeah,
they were buying cheap food. They were spending all their money on comic books. All Bandkind says it did seem like there should have been more people overall, but it was still a very cool time. Oh, so you were at the show, All Band? I liked it, and I bought a lot of stuff, but it just seemed weird because it was so many different genres, like Star Wars, Ghostbusters, R2 Builders Club. There was some Star Trek cosplay.
Well, yes, I went to the back where there was the Star Trek on Sunday morning, and I was enjoying all the Star Wars stuff, and it was better than Disneyland. I was like, oh, you got more Mandalorians for your money at the Fan Expo. But then, you know, right next door to them was all the Star Trek people, and then there were some fantasy people in between. It was quite bizarre. All right.
You know, maybe it's just me. I know that big cons will have multiple genres, but the stuff that was interspersing it, like I didn't expect Samsung to be there trying to sell people on buying their phones.
They always have some like big corporations there just to probably, I don't know why they're there, but every single con I've been to recently, there's always like a couple corporate booths or something.
Okay. I just must be getting old. But it was what weirded me out was people selling tea and people selling coffee.
I'm always joking that I do well with the board games because I'm the only one with board games, and I should really be selling hot dogs. And I mean,
don't even talk. I didn't even pay attention to how much the food at the food court cost because I was doing multiple runs for you and Sam.
Yeah, thank you.
All Bandkind agrees it was a little bit all over the place for sure.
He's also saying he found this show through Fan Expo, so that's fun.
Okay, Thank you. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, there were so many cool people came by, so it was definitely. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I just think it just depends. There are different people. There were a lot of people there were a lot of young people who really like the anime and the Asian. I mean, and there were the people selling that. So there's that whole world was there. So that's definitely one faction that was present at the show.
Yeah, and then there was also people who were I think Adam Hughes was there. I know Bill Morrison was there. Mick Gray was there. So
yes, he was there. I talked to Bill Morrison. I talked to Eric Larson, and I talked to Mark Baudet.
That pisses me off. I missed Mark Baudet on Saturday. I don't know if he was there, but I would have loved to talk to Mark Baudet because he's got.
I got him on Sunday. I did a walk around on Sunday. Sam was a bit disgruntled to be left at the booth on his own for a while.
But Mark Baudet has new stuff coming. I think it's reprints, and then he's also working with Larry Wells, who does Cherry Pop-Tart.
Yes. Well, okay, speaking of Cherry Pop-Tart, that reminds me of my friend George Weber.
Oh, he passed away, didn't he?
I did not know. I didn't really know George that well, but I did go out and see him at Art Battle earlier this year, and he had been sick in the hospital. I mean, he did his characters Pillow and Lucky, which would definitely, that's why Cherry Pop-Tart made me think, because he had a very similar sort of style, and he liked the sort of lowbrow kind of characters.
Yeah, our friend from the Cartoon Art Museum, Brian Colm, let us know that George Weber had passed away.
Yes.
Amber's asking, isn't Cherry also done by Gazelle? I know that other artists have, like the late Larry Todd, I think, did a Cherry story. So sometimes Larry Wells lets other artists play in that sandbox. I love Larry Wells. I would love to meet him, but he's usually doing. I don't see him in California much. He was in Sacramento, but I didn't go, and I should have. But Cherry Pop-Tart was one of those underground comics that we would get in college in the 80s. Along with the Freak Brothers and Reed Fleming, World's Toughest Milkman.
Yes.
That was a great comic. Yeah, kids, if you haven't read Reed Fleming, and if you're a kid over 18, read Cherry Pop-Tart, but you gotta be over 18.
You know that just makes all the 14 and 50-year-old want to read it all the more, and the 16-year-old already read it last week.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, they all have smartphones. They've seen everything. But in order to get, you know, the funny thing is those kind of underground books, like Cherry Pop-Tart, I rarely see them available at comic shops anymore because they don't have the adult section at comic shops anymore. They might have a box somewhere you have to ask for, but the days of the curtained off section, that's long gone.
I was watching a bit of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy the other day, and you know that bit where they go, "Oh, the secret is to bang the rocks together, guys." And I suddenly found that very funny, and I sort of seem to get it in a new way. I mean, it's like he's speaking to the most basic people. The secret is to bang the rocks together, guys. I love that book. All right. No, you're right, Dale. Yeah, we need to preserve the old ways. The old ways are the best.
The old ways are the best. Yes. We need dirty comic books and cholera.
We need rocks to bang together.
Amber says she still gets residuals from her naughty work. I'm glad.
Ooh. I'd love to read Amber's naughty work, actually. And actually, the other thing I keep meaning to ask Amber is, like, is there a book of no stereotypes that I'm not aware of? Because there really should be a book of it, even if it's not finished.
Of what? No stereotypes?
Her webcomic.
Ah. Sorry, brain fart.
Yeah, well, I guess it was a while ago since she was doing that one. But
no, the one she's working on now.
The book and sit and read through it all from start to finish.
She's putting together the Book of Philo, which I'm looking for.
Yeah, well, yes, you can do that one next. Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, I know it's a lot of work putting a book together. It always takes longer than you think. I'm like, oh, I'll just take a minute. But
she's going to have me proofread it, which is like a complete, utter mistake.
Okay, yeah, I think I got out of that one. I'm not a good proofreader. If you want the real proofreader, you should get Tina to do it. But I'm not sure what her
get Tina.
Tina is an ace proofreader.
Tina's smart.
I have no idea how you if she doesn't like my superhero girl from my ex-girlfriend superhero or whatever it's called, I don't know that there's a lot in Philo.
So
she proofread Pupil.
Let me ask you a direct question. Would you do Fan Expo again?
Oh yeah, I already signed up to do it again. I took advantage of as somebody pointed out, it was only like a $35 discount. But as Sam pointed out, that's one less book I have to sell if I sign up now. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. Just look, if I wasn't going to exhibit, I'd have to pay to have a ticket to go in. And then I wouldn't have anywhere to sit when I did. So I want to go in and have a table and be able to show my stuff. I wanted to go around and talk to people, and do the things. I did a cartoon art museum workshop. That was great. They provided no pens. I brought my own pencils. There was only one pencil sharpener and my pencils were blunt. There was no way for anyone to see what I was doing. So I was like standing at the front of the room with a piece of A4 or a letter sheet and a big fat marker drawing a happy face. And then Joe Woes came in towards the end, was sitting at the back.
Did you ask him why he has
if he like somebody who regularly hosts cartoon workshops, and this wasn't? He didn't.
Did you ask Joe Woes about my commission?
I did forget to ask about your commission. Although, okay, well, Joe, I hope you're not listening. No, Joe, I hope you are listening. Joe, but all right. He promised. He said he could hook me up with people in the industry afterwards, which he said before. And I do believe I sort of sent him an email saying, "Oh yeah, hi," and then never heard anything back. So I'm not sure. Like he does.
He's in. Joe Woes is at GalaxyCon in Columbus, Ohio, right now, and he seems to be having a good time. I hope he has.
He has a good time. He's probably in a hot tub with a bunch of co-eds.
Well, I hope he takes the time to explore Columbus because there's pretty cool stuff in Columbus.
So what is that? I don't really know what co-eds meant. They co-education. That means they didn't just go to an all-girls school. They were co-eds.
Yeah. No.
That was a feature of movies at one point.
Do you know how much?
Right where England was making carry-on films.
Do you know how much one day at Fan Expo cost me?
The rate you spend money at, I wouldn't like to speculate.
No, I'm talking just to get in there.
Okay.
Parking.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, with parking.
Yeah, parking at. I was there until they wrapped up the show, and I guess I got there around 11. Parking was about $35 at the 5th and Mission, which is the most efficient place to park.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Walking distance, and then the ticket was $75. So just to get in the door and to be there for a few hours.
Right. Also, I point out it's within a close walking distance of a BART station. Okay, you live down the peninsula, but
I live down the peninsula. I could have taken public transit, But it would have probably
you can take a bar from like one of those.
The amount of time it took to get up there.
Yeah. Well, it probably would make more sense though to park your car and the park and ride or something.
I could have gone up to San Mateo and just parked there and take the train in. But
all right, this picture of Demi Moore is very shit. I'm sorry.
Then move on to the next thing.
All right, I was just okay, but look, I learned some things doing it. And now actually painting these boobs reminds me where she got some of her boob gags in the new movie. Because she's looked at this picture probably and gone like, where the hell am I doing? As we do, as we artists want to do. Well, I don't know. She didn't make the movie, I don't think. But I mean, I don't know how much she was responsible for it. Can we look at Demi Moore's involvement in making the movie?
No. I haven't seen it. I don't want a spoiler. That would show me the credits, and the credits are a spoiler.
All right. Can the producer do it then? Oh look, there's something went wrong here because this is a massive space here now. That should just be a little space. Wait, what?
I miss life drawing. Drawing breasts were actually quite.
It just says that she's an actor in it.
Yeah, she wasn't a producer or anything.
I don't think so. It doesn't give producing credits. I have to go all the way to Wikipedia for that.
Got Demi Moore? What about Demi Moore speaks about the movie? Demi Moore speaks about her role in Substance.
I think our guests can look that up on their own.
I agree. No, I agree. Our guests need to put some work in if they watch this show.
I'm the showrunner, and I'm asking you to.
You're not the showrunner. You're the talent.
I can. Okay.
Sam, you don't have to do what he says.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Show some independence.
He does. Look.
Just say no. Let's see what I got when I was at.
This is the best you're getting. You can get a screen share, but I'm not gonna give you a word for word breakdown of what you said. What Demi
had to say about her role in the movie.
Welcome to our program.
Thank you so much for having me. I really, truly feel so honored. I'm such a fan. So this is a very nice and big moment.
Well, we are very happy to talk to you.
Yeah, it probably is.
That's fine. Yeah, this is good. I just like to listen to that one.
Yeah, so lots of people just watch random stuff on YouTube, on Twitch. That just means that this segment of the VOD is going to be muted later.
All right, how about we just concentrate on moving to the next drawing because you think this one is shit.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, this one, all right.
Put it in.
I've learned a little about
while you were going throughout the house to get new art supplies. And if Sam could turn off the YouTube.
All right.
Why don't we go through the stuff that I got while I was at the convention?
I am going to move on to another drawing. I don't even know why. Yeah, Dale's right. I should just listen to Dale right when he says something, and not keep pretending that there's another way. I mean, I didn't. Well, I keep seeing bits. I could just do that, and it would.
Shut up and start a new one.
You're right. I mean,
no, don't color it. You hate it already.
I just need to do this little bit down here. Hang on.
No, you don't. Just throw it away.
It doesn't look anything like. I should have stopped it right away. All right, forget that. That's the warm up drawing. Forget you ever saw that.
It's a warm up. You make them. You throw them away.
All right. What should I do now? Should I do a canvas painting? I don't think that's going to come out any better.
Then do another warm up of the same thing, but use a different tool.
No, it's not. It's the subject, really.
Oh God. Okay. Right. All mankind, by the way, liked it.
Thank you.
Don't encourage them. You know. Okay. While I was at the Fan Expo, this is an artist named Mike Boehm, who I have seen at the San Jose Super Toy Show. By the way, the San Jose Super Toy Show is today at the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds. Just today, Saturday. It's not going to be on tomorrow. So make your way to Santa Clara County Fairgrounds and go to the San Jose Super Toy Show. You'll have to pay to park. Remember, you have to have a credit card to park. They won't take cash. And then you can pay cash if you want to get into the show. But remember, San Jose Super Toy Show, run by Time Tunnel Toys in San Jose, Meridian. Time Tunnel Toys, your best source in San Jose for used toys. But while I was at the San Jose Super Toy Show, I met Mike Boehm, who does Dope Cat Comics.
Ooh, yes.
I recommend. It is vile. It is occasionally obscene. And it's in the spirit of the undergrounds. I think Mike is out of Berkeley. And so I asked him what the newest stuff that he had done. And he's done some new issues. So if you get a chance to see these comics, I suggest you flip through them if you're over 18. And I also, when I was at the Fan Expo, I met Danny Trejo. I got his autograph. I had him.
Danny Trejo.
I'm terrible with names. But I told him I loved him in Bubble Boy. So he wrote a quote about the patches, because he has a great line in Bubble Boy about needing patches. But it was a joy to meet him, because Danny, because of the movies he's like a modern master of horror, like Vincent Price. So I told him that. I got a big smile out of him. He was really cool to meet. Let's see what other junk I got at the Fan Expo. One of the things that really surprised me that I have not seen in years is bootleg DVDs. Used to be, you go in the 80s and in the 80s it was bootleg VHS.
Well, I think it's because physical media is like becoming valuable again. Because now these companies are actually just coming out and like fully saying with their chest, no, when you digitally purchase a product, you do not own it.
Right.
So now people are like, oh, maybe I should buy physical media.
Well, for someone like me, there's physical media. Oh, wow. I'm really blown out here for some reason. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. We're back.
Sometimes TV shows will come out in VHS and DVD for a very short period of time, and then they'll disappear. And if you try to buy a DVD or a Blu-ray of it, it can be hundreds of dollars. So that's what the bootleggers rely on. They'll make copies of very rare cult stuff. So I picked up, Arc 2, picked up Quark. Some of these I probably could have just bought on Amazon. Banachek. This is hard to get. And then the TV series
What
UFO.
do you mean it's hard to get?
Now, the funny thing is,
they didn't make very many of them. People are buying them, so
the DVDs are all blank. So since I haven't played them yet, I have no idea if I just spent $150 on blank DVDs.
Yeah,
so,
there's probably like a warehouse full of those things.
If I got suckered, this is just a warning to all of you. But and a lot of these, for all I know, these were copied off YouTube. But I miss the bootleg DVD sellers. They were big in cons in the 90s.
All right.
But don't buy these, kids. I'm assuming I'm okay because they're probably all blank. Another cool thing I got while I was there is, and I'll cover up the price. I got a Svengoolie comic by Bill Morrison, which he was kind enough to sign, and there's some work by our pal Scott Shaw in here too. Scott Shaw's a big fan of Svengoolie, and so's Bill. So I'm dying to read this. And what else did I get? Where's my? There was a lot of bootleg stuff there when you look closely. One of the things is there was a pin seller, and I am convinced that the enamel pins that they were selling were not necessarily licensed.
We're not what?
Licensed. So, oh, by the way, here's the pin from Dope Cat Comics. I think this was awesome. And that's not bootleg. But one dealer had Calvin and Hobbes pins, which are obviously bootleg.
Calvin and Hobbes?
Yeah, like this one. I thought that one was great. But it's obviously not licensed. And I got one that, of course, Chuck is envious of.
Well, you can make things, though. That's the thing, is you can make a limited quantity, right? That's legal. You can do, I think, 125 copies of something.
Well, they certainly made more than that. I like the old logo. I know Chuck wants this. He's not going to get it.
Wait, what is it?
The Doctor Who logo.
Did you see how I got a bit of the Doctor Who scream into the new titles?
And then one I really enjoyed was especially.
I was like, I want something just like that, and then I thought, well, why didn't I just use that?
If you used to work for Apple, this is what you would wear. So I like this one a lot. There was old toys, there was comics, there was some stuff. Super 7 didn't have a table there, even though they're based in San Francisco, I believe. That surprised me.
Oh, now, okay. Yes. Okay. So Leaf came by the table from Mission Comics, and he said they were not given a complimentary table this year as they had been in the past. And so he wasn't going to show.
Really?
Yes.
Well, one comic shop that was there, which really surprised me, was Bronze Age Batcave, which has this neat little hidden store in Los Gatos, California. They were surprised that I knew who they were, but I was kind of shocked to see them there. I think there was maybe 3 or 4 comics dealers. There was like 3 or 4 unlicensed lightsaber dealers if you wanted a custom lightsaber.
The lightsabers, I don't know. I mean, we had some. I don't know. They're fun, but I'm not sure. Would you buy lightsabers again, Sam? Is he gone?
I would. I mean, now that I have them, no.
Yeah, you think that was worth? I don't know. I feel like, well, mine seemed to start. I don't know. Mine went all rainbow colored. It started flashing pink and blue.
It
and
works. You just forgot how to use it. Like. You need to look up
really strangely, and then the bit at the end stopped working.
No, it's probably just like not screwed in all the way, or like you need to just take out the little pins that are holding it in and re-screw it in.
Yeah,
Well, I
like,
almost
It's
bought
not
one.
broken. You haven't spent the Jedi time and mastering the blade,
you're right.
unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it came with little white gloves, and it told me I had to look after it, or it wouldn't work properly.
Well, it didn't say that. It came with instructions, and you have to actually like read and memorize the instructions
Yeah, that's what I'm
to be able to
saying.
use it.
Like, you can't. Yeah, you've got to actually take care of your lightsaber and make sure keep it. Yeah,
There's a difference between taking care. I don't really think I haven't taken care of mine really. Like it's just sitting there. I would clean it, and it works perfectly fine because I know how to use it.
Well, they got mine out at a party at New Year's last year and started bashing it around everywhere and then making it do silly things, and now it's not the same anymore.
I think Sam.
I think you're being a bit belligerent and not really like you're refusing to acknowledge what I'm saying and that you don't know how to use it, and that's why it's not working.
The end of it doesn't light up anymore.
Yes, because we literally just need to unscrew the pins and re-screw it. Like that happened to mine too.
Well, okay, well, can you fix it?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Sam, could you fix your dad's toy for him?
Yeah, the toy that I literally gave him instructions for. So
he's getting old.
Did you also lose the little? Did you also? I lost this too, so we might need to buy a new one. But did you lose the little like screw tightening thing? It has these really tiny screws, and it came with this really tiny screw tightener.
Oh yeah, and there was some funny little battery thing actually, in case a bit stopped working, wasn't there? I wonder what happened.
Well, you still have the battery thing. I know where the battery thing is. But we need that little screwy. It's like it looks like a bike tool, but it's way smaller.
Way too much kerfuffle.
It is a lot of kerfuffle, and
see, that's what they don't think about. They think, oh, let's get rid of the Jedi, and then now you've got to operate your own lightsabers. Oh, we don't know how they work. Well, you should have thought of that before you joined the Empire.
No, the Resistance, you dumbass. Sam, how I'm like old?
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw Star Wars when I was 11 in the theater. And there were no Star Wars.
They had theaters back then.
Yeah, they had theaters back then. And it was a guy with a candle.
I thought it was more like a sort of stone depression in the ground.
Yeah, we were in a cave. We were in a cave, and there was a candle, and a guy was using his hands to make shadows on the cave wall.
Okay.
So there were no Star Wars toys. So some guy got the idea of getting a flashlight, and if you play golf, they have these long translucent plastic tubes that they put in the golf bag that your golf club goes into so the handles don't whack each other. So this guy knew about these tubes that go into golf bags, and he paid people to use black electrical tape to tape the golf tube to one end of the flashlight. And you would go to the mall, and there'd be these huge barrels full of these things, and kids were paying $5 each. And that was the lightsaber toy for years.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was so ghetto.
Well, I mean, you take what you can get, I guess.
Yeah. But now you kids are spoiled with these lightsabers with LEDs and sound effects and.
Yeah, actually good products. I know.
Yeah. I almost bought one at the Fan Expo. I was looking at a Count Dooku one, and I said, what am I, freaking 12?
Plus, you need to save your money. You need to save your money for a gorilla suit.
Those ones aren't as good. Those ones aren't as good.
Don't get distracted. You're saving up for a gorilla suit.
That's right. That's right. I got to put the money in the gorilla suit. Then I'll
get a Count Dooku gorilla. Count Puku. What was his name be? I don't know. What do you call it? What a gorilla name?
Count Kopuku.
Count Cuckoo. Count Cuckoo.
A famous gorilla name is Kogar.
Kogar. Count
Kogar.
Yeah. Count Cuckoo with a K. Like Kong, Kooku, cuckoo, Count Cuckoo.
Count Kogar. No, I got to write that guy and start setting that up because I am going to do it. I like to think of it as a religious pilgrimage if I build a gorilla suit. What little time I have left on this earth, I once spent as a gorilla suit. Yeah.
You want to spend as much time dressed as a furry as possible, basically.
No.
I mean, isn't gorilla suiting just like old-fashioned furries?
No. Gorilla suiting is not furry. I have nothing against furries. I respect furries, but gorilla suiting is not being a furry.
Yeah, I don't mean to demean furries. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I just meant that,
No, gorilla suiting is.
I don't know. People just admit it when they're furries. It does look fun to be a furry. They have like these furries down on Belvedere Street where they have a big Halloween every year, and there's one house where they always dress up as furries and they dance in the wind.
Well, I will say this: people who build fursuits, they put a lot of work into it, and they are no slouches in terms of the engineering of the masks. And
also, like 9 out of the 10 furries you will meet are like probably richer than you.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, they've all got good jobs. It was like I was walking along with Joe Sikorak and.
Oh, that's right. Joe Sick was at.
Yeah, he was there, and he was dressed as a captain.
Yep.
And this guy walked past and saluted him. So, Captain, I said, "What, you're going to salute back?" Because I don't have to. I'm the captain. I said, "Yeah, that guy's probably the CEO of a multi-million-dollar corporation."
Yeah. If you guys don't know who Joe Sick is, look for his fanzine When We Were Trekkies.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And he's a real he's a true lover of being a Trekkie, and he's like one of the original Trekkies. I mean, it's kind of funny reading his thing because, like, he felt at the time, "Oh, I'm coming late to the Trekkie thing," but obviously he's still one of the first people.
It's also a very well drawn zine. Ask your local comic shop for it, or I think Mission had it.
Yes, he sells it in a bundle. I think because he's still working on it, and when it's finished, he'll probably have it do it as a graphic novel.
I hope so.
And then it'll probably be made into a movie.
It should be.
Yeah.
Amber was stepped away. The family returneth and took my attention. I have returned. Who are we drawing? When I left, you were hating your drawing of Demi Moore.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. It's like I find if I draw somebody cute, they come out funny looking. If I draw someone funny looking, they come out cute. So that's just how it is.
Well,
but you can file this under the category of I'm stealing back from AI. I found an AI thing that I sort of liked, and I'm just stealing it. And
you can file this under that you're warmed up now. And you're also
and I'm a bit more warmed up. It's sort of coming out like it's supposed to.
And you're also using a tool that you're more comfortable with.
It's way easier drawing with a pet artist pen. I mean, there's even the easiest thing to do this with is a Sharpie, but then I can't do any washes on it. So, I mean, you can do marker washes. I mean, I was doing very successfully doing that. And
I'm going to tell you right now, if you put a wash on this, you're an idiot.
Why?
Because it's lovely line work. It does not need a wash.
Okay, but that was my plan.
Yeah, well, your plan sucks.
That's why I'm doing it on watercolor paper.
Push the line. Oh, shut up, Amber. Amber's going, wash, wash, wash. Shut up. You don't need a wash. You don't need any hatching. Stick with the contour on this. You're going full.
You don't need anyone to tell you what to do. They're all individuals. Yes, we're all individuals.
I haven't watched that in decades.
I was watching last night. Later on, they were showing Malcolm Muggeridge and the Bishop of Canterbury or whatever coming on and complaining to John Cleese and Michael Palin about the life of Brian.
Oh.
And I mean, really, the Bishop and Malcolm Muggeridge just looked absolutely ridiculous at this point.
Well, there were protests of that movie in the U.S., which was kind of shameful.
Well, people really they kept going on and like, oh, it's disrespectful of Christ. And
no,
John
it's
Cleese
not.
came and said, well, that is not at all. It's actually very respectful of Christ. It's sort of disrespectful of the way people like distort his message. But actually, they didn't say that quite clearly enough, I don't think.
I think that what offended them is it disrespected the people in the Holy Land.
Oh yeah, disrespecting the people of the Holy Land by making them all appear like they acted like the British middle class.
It's hard for me to watch that now because of Graham Chapman. He died too young.
Yeah, well, I love Graham Chapman. What I mean, he did die young, but he died great.
Yeah. When I saw John Cleese recently, he brought up Graham Chapman. They were writing partners in Python. Michael Palin and Terry Jones would write together, and then it was Cleese and Chapman.
Yes, and I think Cleese and Jones butted heads more than anybody, I think.
And
Palin is most diplomatic.
Cleese obviously loves Michael Palin dearly because no one could be as horrible and insulting. I mean, when I saw Cleese in Santa Cruz, he was pretty much calling Michael Palin Hitler. And I thought, man, he must really love him.
Yeah, well, that's interesting.
You abuse the ones you love.
Yeah, I don't know how he feels about Palin. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, Palin's definitely the most diplomatic and the nice one, and the most sort of, he's the least willing to sort of rock the apple cart. He's just sort of like nice and funny, and but he did get a bit. Yes, I mean, that's complicated. Terry Gilliam's my favorite.
That's pretty obvious. Dude, you look
I love Terry Gilliam. He's such a hero of mine. I love him so much.
Dude, you could be an extra in the Terry Gilliam movie.
That would make me happy.
Yeah. So someone who gets squashed like 30 minutes into the film. Yeah, if you put wash on this, I will drive up there today and kick your ass.
Well, I'm going to add a little bit of extra black.
No, don't.
No. I mean, what? No. I mean, there's areas I've deliberately left it because I'm going to put black in there.
Don't. Just keep doing what you're doing. The black line on white paper. It's excellent so far. Go with the flow. Ignore amber. Know how you say like you should listen to me all the time? Listen to me here.
I did just say that earlier in the show.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's your own fault.
And I know, like, if I ever look back at these shows, which I don't because I can't stand to do that, because I'll just go like, why don't I just shut up and listen to Dale?
Yeah, because I'm smart. No, this is excellent so far.
It wouldn't be more excellent if I put a little black in the shadows where I want to put a little black in the shadows.
This isn't. This is an ethereal looking woman. Keep it in line. Just keep it in line. If you have to do a wash, just do a very light gray one and be very sparing. Sometimes you're pretty heavy-handed with washes.
Okay. Yeah, okay, you're right.
Yeah. Chris, I'm right.
I don't know. Heavy-handed depends. Yeah, if it's the colors, I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, the light. You're right. That lighter is better.
Yeah, that's one of the things when you would render with watercolor is you don't want to go in too heavy too quickly.
But there's like there's some color in this that I want to get in there.
No, you don't need any color.
It's a nice Christmassy scene.
Trust me, you don't.
I want to make it red and green to make it Christmassy.
No, you don't.
I do. It's a Christmassy.
No, you don't. Trust me.
Well, can other people weigh in with their opinions, please?
Other people, your opinions aren't wanted.
So what do you want to do? You want to make it more Christmassy?
I want to look. The whole point is this is a Christmas design, and there's some red and green I want to put in to make it more Christmassy. And I also want to put in some more black. I mean, there's things I want to do, and they'll say, "Don't do that. Don't." Do that.
Yeah, don't do it. Chuck's not going to listen to me anyway. I mean, all I'm going to do is piss him off, and he'll do whatever he wants. Yes, all mankind. This is a conversation we have every time he's working, and yes, it is typically an artist's internal conversation. But Chuck has no.
I'm not having these internal conversations. I'm just going to do.
Chuck has no internals. He's solid like a carrot or a potato. Oh,
what is it? The potato of doom that I had in Legitimacy. The trouble is with AI, like you go like, what's going on here? And you zoom in to have a look, and you're like, well, wait, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I was going to tell Sam, I'm still trying to. I got back to working on the 3D printer, and I can now.
Oh, here, I'll send you another file right now.
I can print things to the proper scale because I've discovered I can, even though ZBrush on the iPad has no real world measurement tools, I can import a 1-inch cube from Tinkercad on the iPad to ZBrush on the iPad, and that will give me a frame of reference. So this cube that's attached to this head sculpture, it actually printed out at 1 inch, which I'm super happy. But unfortunately, the little head that I was printing, the printer failed. The nozzle hit. The nozzle.
What about like the? Okay, sorry.
So it didn't.
Don't let me interrupt your conversation about 3D printing on my drawing.
Hey, grown-ups are talking.
Fine. No, go ahead. I was just going to say, I like. What? There's bits here, like there's black things that's supposed to have black on them. I mean, what?
Yeah,
just because I haven't drawn it yet doesn't mean I don't want to draw it.
No, you're putting the contrast in the face, which is the center of interest. You start putting black anywhere else, you're going to lose the center of interest. You know I'm right on that.
No, I don't. What? No, I mean there'll be more black. There's bits of black that need to go in the hair. There's bits of black that need to go in.
You're being lazy.
You're
being lazy. You want to.
It's not lazy.
You want to jump into
black.
You want to jump into wash when you have all sorts of line work left to do.
I'm not talking about wash. I'm talking about black, spotting blacks.
No spotting blacks.
Why? That's like key.
No,
Sergio always spots blacks.
This is a winter piece, and you want it white like snow. Trust me.
Very gently.
The only thing that you might want to add a little more darkness is just a little below her lower lip in the center.
Oh, there's all these things that you like. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
Be sparing. But don't put anything else in the nose. Don't try to delineate the cheeks. Don't do the crease from the corner of the nose to the corner of the mouth. You'll just age her. Less lines, the better.
Maybe I want to age. What's wrong? Why can't she be aged?
Tell you what, why don't you just get a cup of coffee and just pour it on the drawing, and then
that's a good idea.
And smush it around with your fingers.
Yeah, then it'll look proper.
Yeah, proper piece of Dude, just work on the line. Pretend you're Mobius. Pretend that you're Alphonse Mucha.
Well, I need to go to Mexico and take some peyote. Isn't that what his secret is?
Well, that's taken. That they take that as a suppository. They shove a cactus up there.
That's how you take it. There's a very good bit of that in the movie, The Substance, with Dennis Quaid, where he was playing this sort of horrible, like, TV studio executive.
Wait, Dennis Quaid.
He's sort of pouting. He's like, making his faces at her, and he's like, it just shows his mouth up close. It makes his mouth just look like a butthole. It was very funny.
Well, remember, we're just a tube, and the mouth is the end where stuff goes in. Wait.
Well, we're a donut, really, aren't we?
Yeah, we're just a big meat donut. Yeah. Dennis Quaid is in it? Oh man, I'm not going to see it now.
No, but he plays like an absolutely horrible character, so it's actually very good.
No.
He's absolutely revolting.
I'm not going to see it. If Dennis Quaid's in it, I'm not going to see it.
Why?
Because I don't like him.
Because he played Ronald Reagan?
Yep.
But he's playing an absolutely loathsome character.
Yeah. Well.
So doesn't that make sense?
Are you speaking about Dennis Quaid? This sounds like All Band Kid says, this sounds like the conversation I have internally with every piece of work.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes. Well, yeah, I guess it's true. Dale is the voice in my head, but I don't. I am
the voice of reason.
If you think Dale is right, send me a comment. If you think I'm right and would like to apply for the job of co-host, it's unpaid position. It's just FYI. Now look, in here, this is all black. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do when there's areas that are all black.
You leave them white. It's not rocket science. Dude, it looks great right now.
Rocket science is the right answer. Rocket science, your rocket either gets to the moon or it blows up. You're either right or you're wrong. That's easy.
Dude, it does not. Way harder. It doesn't. Sam, call your mom and tell her to look at this and ask whether or not it needs any spot.
Dude, okay, but you have also. All right. I know, Dale, that you can, like, it's very hard to watch something that you think is like, oh, I know what the exact thing to fix it is. But first of all, with Charlie, it's super hard to get him to do something he doesn't want to do. And second of all, I feel like this is just a thing with artists. Like, if he doesn't want to do it, it's not really going to turn out very well anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, also, yeah, like Dale, it's like you're watching the football team and you think no matter how much you scream at them, it's going to make a difference. I'm really confused now. You've just confused me. Like all the time on the show, you serve to confuse me.
Trust me, this does not need any spot wax.
I'm not. Yeah, all right. I see. I'm not trusting you enough. Okay.
What do you say? What do you say all the time? That you should listen to me. Well, listen to me
I do
now.
say that. I do say that, especially like years later when I think about it. I'm like, oh yeah, he was probably right, or I've learned the hard way. But look, okay, I've done the like this. Now I want to go with my brush and add the black.
No,
wait,
it doesn't need it.
It does need the spiky bits here.
You need a tiny little bit of shadow under her lower lip.
All right, that's coming. It needs more black. What?
No, it does not.
I don't understand.
Oh my
I don't
God.
understand.
It's line. Enjoy the line.
Where's Amber?
Not disrespect the line.
I'm not. Why is it disrespecting the line?
Because you'll make the lines. Once you put wash on it, it's a painting. Right now, you have a drawing, and it's a really damn good one.
No, I'm not talking about a wash. I'm talking about spotting blacks.
Blacks are wash. The moment you put a brush on this, nuh-uh. Trust me.
Nuh-uh. But what? Okay, like there's all shadow I want to put in here.
No,
like,
no.
I want to make this collar black.
No, no. It's
no what.
Leave it as white as possible. Just work on the contours.
What?
Just work on the contours. Trust me.
Sam,
get your mom to go down there and yell at him.
It will be much better if I can put some black and red on it.
No, please. In fact, I'll tell you this. You should stop right now.
Well, that's why if I'm not doing that, then can I stop right now? Can we take a picture of that, and then can I go on and see if I can make it better?
Sign it.
Are you going to buy it off me?
How much do you want?
I don't know. How much have you got?
Well, I'm not driving my butt up there to San Francisco today.
Can't I just please finish it?
No. Sign it. It's done. Amber, don't even start.
No wash.
Chuck, do me a favor. Put it away for at least till tomorrow.
But the thing is, then I'll have to take it off the top of the pad so that I can get to the next sheet, and then I won't be able to.
Yeah. Or just draw on a different type of paper. You've only got 26 minutes left on the show.
That's just enough time to do an art battle picture.
Yeah. So put this aside. And I'm serious. Oh, shut up, Amber. Amber's screaming, wash, wash, wash. Raises pitchfork, wash, wash, wash.
Amber's the best.
Amber doesn't know what she's talking about.
Well, she does know what she's talking about. But I prefer co-hosts who don't know what they're talking about. Apparently. Amber knows too much. Amber's got a great show that's on at 6 p.m.
That's right.
Amber, yeah, when can I come on Philo? I'm sorry I can't come on the 4th, but I would love to come on soon.
No. Right. No. We're not gonna listen to Amber's suggestions about just a quick wash, just the tip of the brush. No. Amber,
I'm going to do it because I think it's
no. Yeah. Okay, fine. Do whatever you want. Ignore the fact that I tell you things and you later say, "Oh, I should have listened to him."
All right. Now, I still haven't quite decided with art battle, but I think I'm going to go with something a little bit prepared.
You mean an underdrawing?
I'm going to tap her on and was like, oh no, he just goes in unprepared.
Haven't you realized by now it isn't what you do on the canvas that matters at Art Battle, but the performance you put on? Amber, no. Amber is trying to tempt you into putting in just a light wash, and that is a bad idea. Just a light wash.
Really more than the wash, even. I do want to put the wash because I want it red and green for Christmas. But I really want to put in some little bits of spotted blacks.
No.
I mean, I was doing that drawing with the intention of adding spotted black, and halfway through have someone start yelling at you.
No. Stick with the exploration of line.
Yes.
Dude, it looks great. It looks like an Alphonse Mucha. It's a great drawing. Leave it as is. Enjoy the simplicity of it. A lot of your work is heavily contrast using ink and brush, but this is just a really nice exploration of line.
Right, we're going to go all David Lynch now. Oh, I don't have that. Alexa, disco ball on. Oh, I'll put the dice lights on. Ooh, and it's not very tidy back yet. All right, I'm going to get on with this. All right, do we have a timer?
Yeah, I'll get a timer set up.
I'm going to get a battery. The dice light press batteries. Right, I don't think those are functioning anymore. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my God. Right, can you see the canvas? Wait, maybe make the canvas big and all right, not too bad, huh?
Okay, I'm going to turn my camera off for just a second. I want to go get a snack.
Okay.
Because I want something to eat.
All right. Okay, I'm just going to go. All right, start the timer. I'm just going to go completely wild, like I just won the wild card, and I've got no idea what.
All right, start a timer.
I'm not even wearing my glasses.
You are currently you're probably aware, but you are covering. You are covering the. So.
That's the hardest thing about this setup is that you can't see what I'm doing. I need to be probably more like this then. Hang on. Is that better?
That is better. That is much better.
Shit. Oops.
So what are you drawing with?
You know what? I'm just realizing it's very hard drawing sideways. Yeah. I don't know. There's got to be a better way to set this camera up.
No, I've noticed that some bloggers are now using cameras that are strapped to their forehead.
Oh, all right. We could give that a go then.
Amber's letting us know that she did have a conversation with her husband about and baby Annabella crying in the back of her show, Philo. He says he's on it. So, with any luck, Philo tonight will be screaming free, except for Amber.
Scream free Philoing.
And
parenting book. If you really want a good parenting book, read Scream Free Parenting.
She feels like the camera is at 5 o'clock to you, but it would be doing more work at 4 o'clock and a bit higher, by maybe a foot or 1.5 feet. I can't remember how Bob Ross had his setup. We need to watch some Bob Ross.
He had a PBS movie station around him. Oh, that's quite a funny movie, kind of about a Bob Ross guy with Owen Wilson. Did you see that one?
No. I was afraid it would be disrespectful to Bob Ross. Bob Ross is a god.
Is he?
Amber says that you should talk to her about setting up your cameras. And I agree with that. Oh, Roger's here. Hey, Roger. Roger's saying, hi, I'm here, and as a fellow cartoonist, I'm cartooning along with you.
Oh, hello. Is it Roger? Is it Roger from
Crownover?
Cartoon Art Museum. Yeah, from Roger Crownover. Hi, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, isn't the draw and chill at the Cartoon Art Museum tomorrow? I mean, the virtual draw and chill. I think it's tomorrow.
Yes, I believe that's the case.
There goes a number of
right, now I need to pick colours. Ooh, here we go.
If you're watching, anyone's invited.
What colours do you like today?
Brown. Lots of brown.
Well, all right, I think I've got a plan. I'm not going to use brown, I'm going to use gold. Gold!
It's kind of a shiny brown.
Deep in your soul, you're indestructible.
It's yellow.
It's gold.
No, it's yellow.
I think you'll find when it dries and it's sitting around, it's going to look like golden, like an icon.
It looks like cadmium yellow.
Hmm. It doesn't look
On
anything
the
like
screen
cadmium yellow.
here, it looks like cadmium yellow. Well, kids, it turns out that tuna poke is not the breakfast of champions, so I'm going to go put this back.
What's not the breakfast of champions?
Tuna poke.
Coke?
Yeah.
Look, I know a guy who drank Coke every day, and he was very accomplished.
Poke. P-O-K-E.
And Flash programmer and other things, animator.
Like ceviche.
And he was quite skinny. He was like one of those skinny guys. You would meet in front. Yeah.
Can't trust skinny guys. We have a guest. I think it's pronounced Lulza, who says Brazila leader do mundo, and then
is that one of your gorilla friends?
No, this may be a viewer who has discovered us from another country, or they're at least not speaking to us in English.
Well, buonasera, buongiorno, como sta? Como se dice?
Donde es la biblioteca?
Where is the library? All right, we need some other colors here.
Una cerveza, por favor. I'll be back in a minute.
It needs my fat black marker. Let's go back over here. Hang on. In actual art battle, easiest to get around. No, it won't. I'll be on a stage where I'm in danger of falling off an actual art battle.
I think if you fell off the stage at art battle, you'd win. Yeah, Amber's right.
Amber's right. What? That I should.
You need to be throwing paint. When you're at the art battle, you need to be putting on a show. Your problem is
I thought you were telling me I should be doing everything in markers. I thought that's what I was doing.
No, you what we have learned from trial and error is that they want people to put on a show. You need to be shaking your ass and throwing paint at the canvas like a monkey throwing its poo.
Well,
yeah,
all right. I think I need to be doing the good picture.
Amber says, make it a performance, like theater with a painting at the end. What you need is a shill in the audience who's like screaming at you like I am.
It's getting there. Just give it a minute.
You need to wear assless chaps.
What, my apron's not doing it for you? And my sexy red pants?
No.
Well,
you need to put on a show. Is that Sam typing?
Probably.
Yes, it is.
I didn't realize that you knew how to use such archaic equipment, like a keyboard.
Yeah, it's like in that Star Trek movie where he goes computer and he...
Yeah.
But then he can use the keyboard still very effectively. Then he goes sort of... all right. But yeah, that movie's... Yeah, as usual, science fiction. It just comes true. We just don't know when.
Actually, there is transparent aluminum now. There were articles about a few years ago. People were freaking out. Okay, Amber is suggesting for your costume for art battle, you need sunglasses, a joint hanging out of your mouth, punk jacket, your cane at your side. You need a fuck you punk attitude with an amazing guitar.
I'm not very good at. I'm not really good at
in the background. Wait. You really need to be in a straight jacket and painting with a brush or a marker in your teeth.
I get a little experimental here. I don't know if this is a good idea. It's probably not. I'm going to come in now with my brush. No doubt, much to Dale's chagrin, but I don't know what else to do.
I am very chagrinny this morning, but that I have to go to the San Jose Toy Show. I have to prepare myself for the haggling.
All right, yeah. So you're starting off getting cynical.
Starting off getting cynical.
Right,
Dude, I was cynical in the womb.
Oh, I don't think I'd put anything. All right, this is really. That's going to be better. That's going to be better. Everything's falling on the floor.
I'm really wondering what's going to be at the show today. Every once in a while, there's some pretty bizarre stuff. Like as I said, Dope Cat was there a year or so ago. Every once in a while, someone will have some bizarre toy that I want. There's a guy there who deals in old Mad magazines, so I do a lot of business with him. Okay. Amber's suggesting for the art battle, go up there with a stencil and spray your base like a street artist. Toss the stencil, then do what you.
Well, you know what? A lot of people. She's right. A lot of people do use stencils, but it does say in the rules you're not supposed to use stencils.
Yeah. Do they win?
I think like, the rules are quite laxly interpreted. They're just glad somebody's turned up and doing some painting, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you could win by setting the canvas on fire. I mean,
yeah, I mean, some of them turn the canvas around and paint on the back of the canvas. But I'm like, that's such a cheap trick if you fall for that one.
Yeah. You could fold the canvas into a pretty hat. But I think you realize by now that, it's not completely the picture. You have to put on the show.
Yeah, I get it. But, the main show is you've got to do a bloody picture.
I've got it.
The picture's not really that good. Most of the time,
I've got it.
It's pretty hard.
I've got it.
Yeah, the people that are really good have really thought it out beforehand and know what they're going to do.
Chuck?
Yeah.
Pretend to slit your wrists and then paint with red paint on the canvas.
Well, okay, I can see that might be a draw.
And then, fall down when the 20 minutes are over.
All right.
Ooh, Amber is a good one. Use rubber cement as one of your last layers and light it on fire so it burns just that layer off.
Okay, I don't really like these ones that I do without any reference. I can do more referencey ones. It's not, at least I've got to know what I'm doing before. Otherwise, I'm too like, what the hell am I doing now? How much time? There should be a big timer somewhere I can see. I can't see it.
You got 4 minutes.
4 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put this one down to live and learn. Today's not been a good day for me. The second one was good, but then you put me off. I mean, maybe you stopped me before I ruined it. I don't know.
Now, are you going to go to the Dickens Fair up in San Francisco at the Cow Palace?
No.
Okay,
I went there one year and they had the Harley Davidson Fair next door, and people at the Harley Davidson Fair were calling it the Dick Fair.
Okay.
Also, I don't know, it's like all very Renaissance fairy. Everyone comes up to you and they're speaking to you in a sort of fake English accent.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
If you were in England, would you want to go to like a cowboy show where everyone was sort of dressing up as cowboys and going, howdy partner?
Dude, every cowboy show is like that.
No, but English people doing it. Like, yeah, it's one thing if American people are dressing up as cowboys and saying howdy partner because they're cowboys. But if you're in England, a bunch of English people are going like, oh, hello, welcome to the Old West Rancherio.
Oh, I'd love that.
All right.
No, I just assumed that you would go to the Renaissance Fair to like relive your youth as an urchin.
No, but when you start speaking back to them in an English accent,
Renaissance
they don't know if you're really English. Or if you're like, doing some fake English accent.
No, I thought you'd go and like, eat trifle and drink absinthe and, get cholera. Beg money. Now, Sabrina and I I think next weekend we're going to the Dickens Fair. I like the Dickens Fair. Sabrina and I. The cool thing about the Dickens Fair is that there's often people selling just weird stuff. Like before the pandemic, we went to the Dickens Fair, and there was a guy selling old violin cases. And we both bought one because they were so cool.
Why do you need an old violin case?
To put stuff in.
What? Then you're going to forget about it? Like a violin, maybe?
Yeah.
You're going to open it up and you're going to go, why are there 50 copies of Zardoz DVDs?
Ooh, that's a good place for me to put them. A violin case full of Zardoz DVDs. Oh, I got to remember to put another DVD in my car because the one I had in my car I gave to your buddy L.
I got a nice note from her dad. Oh, and he sent us a lovely Christmas hamper. Well, it had British shortbread in it anyway. That was nice.
A hamper? You mean like a Fortnum and Mason's hamper?
Exactly, a Fortnum and Mason hamper.
He sent you a Fortnum and Mason's hamper to the United States?
Well, okay, it was a very little one. That they must have some deal where they can send that one.
A hamperette?
I don't think you can get like a big one. I don't know anyone who can afford to send you a big.
Well, that was a big deal in the book All Creatures Great and Small, where Mrs. Pumphrey would send James Herriot hampers from Fortnum and Mason's, and they would
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Give you no warning.
That's Dale's job. I give you the countdown, the 5-second countdown.
It's the art battle. You've been there. You've done that.
No, but I haven't done it where I'm totally. Actually, I've sort of brought that together a bit. I don't know. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It could be better. I don't know.
Tip a waitress with it.
That's not going to help. Well, maybe if it dries, I can get in and do some things.
Problem with me waiting so late to go to the San Jose Toy Show is they've been open for a few hours, so all the good toys are gone.
Ah. Oh, okay. Well, you better get down there.
Nah, I don't need any good toys.
And if you meet anybody who's, I'm looking for someone to license some good toy designs from.
No, this is people selling old toys, and I'm pretty sure there's like some sort of sexual hookup culture there, but I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, people go thinking, well, all right, it's a bit funny. All right, okay. Well, that's the first one I did. Okay, all right. Okay, look, I should have had my sketchbook. I had a few little designs I sort of prepared in my sketchbook. I should have a little design from my sketchbook ready to go that I can do like that. But I think generally, like, my proportions are a bit off there. So it's just because I wasn't.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah. And you know what? I didn't have my shoes on. I've got lots of excuses.
Yeah. Your shoes weren't on. That's the reason.
Well, that does actually make me considerably more wobbly.
Okay, I don't.
All right, I know. I should be up early. I should get up at 6 every morning. Like, I know proper people doing proper TV shows. They get up at 4 in the morning so that they can be ready for their show.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. I'm just, this is more of a. We're just a couple of guys working out on Venice Beach on Saturday morning.
No, that's not.
I'm flexing my muscles, and Dale's like making it appear like somebody's interested.
I'm spotting you. I'm like, okay, one more rep.
Well, I think that's the end of our 2 hours. I'd like to stay on, but I don't want to.
We need to plug.
Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Really great that some of you guys could come. That I met at Fan Expo. I don't do a lot of shows. I do that one. I signed up already to do it again next year, so I will be back. And I'll be doing Art Battle December 18th at the Great Northern. It's a fun night out. Cheaper if you get your ticket early and smuggle in your own liquor.
You need to plug the shows.
Amber's show tonight at 6 of Philo. And that's a proper show with a proper host and proper format.
Philo is on Twitch, 6 p.m. Pacific tonight. Look for Art Glitch, ARTGLYCH, and the show's Philo, and she'll be there with a screaming 3-year-old. And also tomorrow, I believe it starts at noon Pacific, the San Francisco Cartoon Art Museum virtual draw and chill. Go to the Cartoon Art Museum website and look for the link. It's a Zoom meeting, and all skill levels are welcome. We just hang around and doodle and chat and talk about cartooning.
And now what I'm thinking about it, there's some music shows too. There's Supersonic Symbiotic from the Future Sounds of Urfspace will be playing at the Bang the Bay event over the Solar Van Saturday event in the East Bay. That's this afternoon, I think. And then tomorrow afternoon at Tequila Mockingbird, friend of the show, Roxy Roller, and friends will be hosting an event there. Mitch Park, who runs that, is putting that on. And yeah, they do that fairly regularly on Sunday afternoons at Tequila Mockingbird on 2nd Street, just south of Market Street downtown. That's usually a very fun event. It's quiet around there on a Sunday otherwise. So that's all coming up. So check out those events, and we'll be back again next Saturday. And somewhere there's a theme tune here that I'll put on.
Hi, gang.
Right. Here's the theme tune.
Here's a theme song for Chuck Whelan Showy. He asked me to write one, but I stole from David Bowie. Here's a theme song. Chuck Whelan is the best. We have lots of hosts, but we're running out of gas. Will you be our guest on? Will you be our guest on? Be on the Chuck Whelan Show. Whoa, 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 whoa.
If you're gonna have a show, you